The Fisherman and His Wife. Once upon a time, by the edge of a glittering sea, there lived a humble fisherman and his wife. Their home was a small, weathered hut made of driftwood and stone, nestled near the waves that whispered stories of old. Every morning, just as the sun painted the sky with golden light, the fisherman would take his net and walk quietly down to the shore, hoping to bring back fish for supper. Some days, the sea was generous. His net would glisten with silver-scaled treasures. Other days, the waves rolled empty, and he returned home with nothing but the scent of salt on his hands. One quiet morning, while the wind played softly with the foam on the water, the fisherman cast his net and felt a powerful tug. With all his strength, he pulled it in, and to his amazement, he found a large flounder, shimmering with colors like a rainbow dancing on water. But before he could do anything, the fish began to speak in a gentle, noble voice. "Good fisherman," said the flounder, "please, let me go. I am not an ordinary fish. I am a magical prince, trapped in this form. What good would it do you to keep me? Set me free, and no harm shall come to you." The fisherman was startled, but being a kind and simple man, he nodded. Without a second thought, he gently placed the fish back into the cool, sparkling sea. The waves lapped peacefully, as if thanking him. That evening, he returned to his hut. His wife, standing in the doorway with arms crossed, asked, "Did you catch anything today?" The fisherman replied, "Only a flounder. But it was no ordinary fish. It spoke to me and claimed to be an enchanted prince. So, I let it go." His wife's eyes widened, not with wonder, but with dissatisfaction. "You let a magical fish go? Just like that? You should have asked for something in return. We live in this cramped old hut. Go back and ask for a lovely cottage. Surely he can do that much." The fisherman hesitated. He didn't want to trouble the fish, but his wife was firm and unrelenting. So he walked back to the sea. The waves had turned a little darker, and the sky had begun to cloud. He called softly, "Magical fish beneath the sea, hear my voice and come to me. My wife has wishes, hard to say, please return if you may." With a sudden shimmer, the water broke, and the flounder appeared. "What does she want now?" he asked, in a voice as calm as the sea at dawn. "My wife wishes for a lovely cottage," the fisherman said quietly. "Go home," the fish replied. "She has what she asked for." Sure enough, when he returned, their hut had vanished. In its place stood a beautiful little house with flowered windows, a garden of singing birds, and a roof as red as ripe cherries. His wife was pleased. For a while, days passed, then weeks, but peace did not last. One morning, his wife stood at the window, gazing over the fields. Her eyes glinted with ambition. "Why stop here?" she said. "A cottage is nice, but I deserve more. Go to the fish and ask for a castle. I want towers, servants, and grand halls." "But," the fisherman began. "No buts," she interrupted. "Go!" With a heavy heart, he walked back to the sea. The wind had grown stronger, and the waves were restless. Once more, he sang his humble rhyme, and the flounder appeared. "She wants a castle," the fisherman said softly. The fish's eyes gleamed with understanding. "Go home," it said. "It is done." And it was. Where once was a quiet house, now rose a grand stone castle, with banners fluttering in the breeze. His wife stood atop a golden staircase, dressed in velvet and pearls. But her eyes were never content. Not long after, she said, "Look at these lands. Why should I not rule them? Go and tell the fish. I want to be queen." The fisherman trembled. "Queen, please, isn't this enough? Do not question me. Go." Back at the shore, the sea had turned gray and stormy. Thunder rumbled far off. The fisherman called again, and the flounder rose. "She wants to be queen now," he whispered. The fish paused. Then, "Go home! She is queen." Indeed, when he returned, the castle was now a royal palace. His wife sat on a throne of gold, wearing a crown studded with diamonds. Servants bowed low, and trumpets played. Still, she was not satisfied. Time passed. Then one moonlit night, she shook him awake. "Go to the fish," she demanded. "Tell it I want to be the ruler of the stars, the sun, and the moon. I want to command the heavens. I want to be all-powerful." The fisherman was horrified. "That is too much. No one should have such power." But she was furious, and he had no choice. With a heart full of fear, he made his way through the howling wind to the sea. The ocean now roared, wild and angry. Lightning lit the sky. Trembling, he called out one last time, "Flounder, flounder in the sea, please appear once more to me. My wife has dreams, too high, too tall. She now wishes to rule them all." The fish rose slowly from the stormy depths. Its voice was no longer kind, but heavy and final. "Go home," it said. And then it vanished. When the fisherman returned, the palace was gone. The castle, the servants, the jewels, all disappeared. In their place stood the old, weathered hut. And inside, where his wife had once stood so proud, was now only a cold, silent statue. The fisherman sat down by the sea, alone but wiser. The waves continued to whisper, as they always had. Moral of the story: greed never ends well. Be thankful for what you have,